What's going on, guys? This is Corey with Colorado Cold Bloods, coming at you with another video. This one we're going to bring to you some of our holdbacks from the 2022 season. So definitely you'll notice a theme that goes on throughout this video. We had lots of females that we held back, and a lot of these are for either a specific project or just to kind of ensure some genetics that we can push into our projects. So what we're going to start with here is this is an ivory. So first of all, you'll notice she has these lovely beauty streaks. So the fun of having a white snake, or almost white snake, because obviously ivories are kind of yellow. They like to smear their poop, let's be honest. So they like to finger paint. So anyway, they get these lovely streaks now and again. Anyway, so with that, that's just kind of the funny thing that happens. So we'll give her a bath after this. But basically, this is an ivory, female ivory, and she's also a possible trick. And in general, the main purpose to this pairing was we wanted to basically get ourselves some ivories. That way we can guarantee yellow belly in certain mixes. So certain combos it can be a little harder to ID yellow belly in. For example, yellow belly and leopard. Leopard tends to hide yellow belly really well. So this kind of eliminates some of those scenarios where you just don't want to be guessing, right? So that, or just guaranteeing the outcome for yourself, right? It's a super form, so it basically ensures that you're adding what you want to do. So anyway, that's the first one. So next one here is actually a sibling. So this one is a single gene trick. So with this girl, yes, again, said girl. So this female here, she's the kind of evidence that we found our yellow belly head trick. So she's a beautiful example, a stunning example of it. One of the things I love the most is if you can kind of see on the back of her head, look at those two little kind of dots going on. I just think that's a really kind of cool addition to it besides the rest of the head stamp going on. So she's an absolute beautiful example. So honestly, we're keeping her back just so that way we can kind of push for the super tricks and honestly play with it, just because this is a really nice example. So alrighty. So the next one may not look to be the most exciting thing in the world, but what it is looks pretty normal to you, I'm sure, and you're not totally far off. So this one came out of our Ultramel, our Russo Ultramel pairing. This one is actually just a quote-unquote single gene Russo, 100% het for Ultramel. However, the more we've talked with some other folks and looked at our boy, it looks like our Russo Ultramel boy is probably something else, and that something else looks to be a recessive genetic. So with that, we're basically going to hold her back and kind of test to see if we can confirm that that he's carrying what we think he's carrying. So I won't necessarily say that just because I don't want people to to think that, oh, we're just finding random new genes. That's not what's going on here. So I don't like to talk about things necessarily unless I know for sure what it is. So we will play with it and find out. So another female. This is a Russo het Ultramel, possible het for something else. Alrighty, so the next one is again similar to the scenario that we were using for our ivory, and this is our super fire. So we love our line of fire very, very much that we're working with here. So what we decided to do is we decided to finally make a super fire. Funny enough, this is technically the first in-house bell, if you want to refer to a black-eyed leucistic as a bell. But basically we had a trio of these, and the other two already sold, but this is a female. So we wanted to basically quote unquote replace her mother's area of expertise with this one, because we can guarantee our nice line of fire. And this will ensure that we can kind of target things more specifically. Like I said, just guaranteeing that fire. Such a beautiful animal. We love the orange blotching, to be honest. So, a lot of people like more of the pure white snake, but I think that the blotching really just kind of adds a little bit of character to them. I was joking even with Erin earlier today that it looks like she has frosted flakes all over her back. So, kind of a funny little thing. But anyway, so that is our super fire. Beautiful girl. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one here, I've tried to do videos with them both out before, and they make it difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them out this time. It just makes it a little easier, assuming that they'll let me break them apart. As you can see, this is the fun. They're not old enough to breed, I promise. Anyway, so this one here, this is going to be our Cypress Black Pastel Spot Nose Trick. Or, sorry, Blitz. My goodness, see, look at that. I'm already confusing them myself. But, so this is the male. We're holding this boy back. He's absolutely stunning. What I love about him is, on him, he doesn't quite have nearly the blushed out head that the other one does. However, his dark blacks are just so contrasty, so thick and deep. It just really amplifies the contrast in this boy. So he excites me for that. I just think he's a stunning animal. Just blows you away. Big projects coming in the future with these guys. I just love Black Pastel and Cypress in general together. Make for a phenomenal combination. The Spot Nose. Honestly, Spot Nose Cypress in general is one of the coolest combinations you can really get, in my personal opinion. And then just kind of adding on some of these other genes that really either busy up the pattern or kind of amp up that contrast, like Spot Nose. Spot Nose really brightens the animal. I just think it's a very, very cool combo. So we're going to jump onto his sister, which she's basically the same genes, Spot Nose, Cypress, Black Pastel, and on her I'm labeling her as Possiblitz, just because, truthfully, if you look at the head, her head's so much more blushed out, and then on top of that, she's got a lot less of the kind of busyness going on that the Blitz normally would add. She's got a lot of more spacing going on between there, which is creating all those extra flames, you name it. But honestly, we were talking about selling her initially, just because we knew, we were more confident in all the genetics in the other one, but she's just so gorgeous that it was one of those animals that was like, yep, she can't go anywhere. If that means we have 2 holdbacks out of that can do things. Plus, obviously, it never hurts to have that extra female around. So, beautiful, beautiful girl. Definitely a favorite around here after this season. She's just so wild. Alrighty. You can kind of see some of that beautiful flaming on her. Okay. Alrighty. And next one, we'll jump into one that I know we've shared a whole lot and everybody loves. I know we definitely love it. So this is our Super Blackhead Yellow Belly, 50% heifer hypo. This basically helps us to guarantee a nice, beautiful line of blackhead on any of our projects here. And blackhead and yellow belly in general go phenomenally together. So it just amped up and made that so much better in the super blackhead. Hopefully you can kind of see a little bit of that yellow belly influence, and you're not going to turn for me. There's a little bit of that yellow belly influence going on. And if he, this is one of the males, if he proves out to be heifer hypo, tenfold better in our case. Obviously, we're working a lot of hypo along with our tri-stripe groups and everything like that. So there we are. Super Blackhead Yellow Belly, 50% heifer hypo. All right. Next one is very huffy. So this one, we don't have any, up until now, we didn't have any visual Desert Ghost girls. All of our Desert Ghosts have been hets up to this point. So because of that, we decided to make sure we hold back at least one visual female. Guarantees are 100% hets coming out of that project. And I mean, as soon as you see some of these animals come out, it's just night and day. So we obviously have the males, everything like that going on here. But she's just a beautiful animal. So just to kind of expand our Desert Ghost projects and make more available options for us. So, stunning, stunning Desert Ghost girl. Okay. Alrighty. And this one here seems to be another favorite around here. So this one here is our Super Chocolate GHI, as far as we know for sure. I should say the best guess we have at the moment. So this girl here, the initial ID here is, like I said, Super Chocolate GHI. Our thoughts are, truthfully, she looks hypo, right? As soon as I saw this animal come out, I'm like, that animal looks hypo. Now, I've seen Chocolate do a little bit of that kind of coloration adjustment, and let's go down so you can see her fully in frame every time she tries to squeak by. But basically, to our knowledge, neither of the parents were het for hypo, and we also have the parents to the parents. So basically, neither 2 generations back, we don't have any known hypo. That being said, it wouldn't be the first time that kind of thing pops up, but in general, for now, we're just going to stick with the initial ID of Super Chocolate GHI, and she's staying here anyway, so if we have to adjust the ID down the road, we will, and we'll share it. So, gorgeous, gorgeous animal that refuses to sit still for you. So I'm sure she was only in frame like a few seconds out of that. Okay, next one. So we have a hypo, 100% het for tri-stripe female. As you can see by her eyes there, she's very, very, very blue. So she's deep in shed. So super hypo, the typical joke, right? But you can see a lot of that kind of connections, everything like that, the influence coming in from that het tri, like that there. Beautiful markers. This one is a female, so we have plenty of hypo het tri males and things like that going on. We have the tri-stripe het for hypo. So figured let's tack it from the other angle as well and have a female that is hypo het tri. So just opens up more options and more of the tri-stripe army, growing it nice and strong. So, and next, last but not least, we actually have her brother, and he is an Enchi hypo, 100% het for tri-stripe. So again, like I mentioned, we have plenty of hypo het tri males. Well, we of course still had to add one anyway. In this case, this was more added obviously for the Enchi. We paired for this. This was exactly what we were aiming for. We wanted to get a hypo Enchi that was 100% het tri. And this was one of 2 animals that landed in that clutch with the the Enchi. So the entire clutch was hypo. This was paired to, it was a split pairing with High Street Exotics. Fantastic people again, but they were, basically their hypo Enchi girl was just absolutely stunning. It was a no-brainer to me to add that into our collection by pairing with them, and help to kind of grow their tri-stripe stuff as well. So it's fun to kind of do. Come on, kiddo, stay on frame. So anyway, that is our holdbacks from the 2022 season. So these are all the ones that we produced in-house and kept. Absolutely amazing, and we're very, very excited for the futures all of these ones have. Let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, let us know which one you're most excited to see the results from. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We really, really appreciate all the support. Everybody's been fantastic for us. We love everyone for helping us to create our dream. So thank you much, and we will see you again next week.